Okay.
Sir, in Google Drive, if 15 GB is completed, that will be removed from Google Drive, sir.
15 GB you will utilize it.
Already utilized it.
Oh, already you have utilized the 15 GB.
That will be removed or
15 GB is max. They will not give you more than that. The recording now. Okay. So which screen I have to go? Tell me now. You are familiar with the finance guy. You have to tell me. Okay. On table I'm going and create a payable dashboard. You forgot the payable dashboard. Whatever may be the module you are going, there will be one default dashboard will be there. So it will be like a collection of your forms. The general they will create for each module they will create a dashboard, which is for the latest invoices or latest payments or latest holds, which are all there in the system. It will show you. It depends upon your requirement. Okay, this is the default one which created by your. Okay, if you want to customize it, you can customize it. There is a sort of a technical, you can customize the dashboard. Okay, so I'm going to create an invoice. So while creating an invoice, as I told already, so everything is defaulted when you click on your business unit, right? US business unit. Hi, why it's showing as a GBP amount? Any idea?
yes, sir.
Why? Why it's showing as a GBP? It's defaulted to GBP. Okay. I want to change it to USD. Okay. How I can?
Option is there, sir. GBP.
So they're checking here, it's showing as a GBP amount, but I want to default value to USD, where I can change it. Now here you can change it to USD. Okay. Here I can change it to any value, but whenever choosing my business unit, I want to USD as a default one, where I have to change. Where I have to change. You have to tell me, boss, where I have to change. Which screen? Tell me correctly. Payment terms for what is this of payment term? Payment term for how many days you are going to pay? Net 30 or net 10 or immediate. That is a payment term. You are able to see the GBP. Right?
Yes,
that's the reason you are getting a GBP. Now I make it as a USD dollar. Okay. So now I'm clicking on save and close. I'm going to the stream. Let me click on the cancel. Okay. Let me try to enter one more time with the create invoice. Okay. I'm giving as a US one. See, now it came to USD. Okay. So I'm advanced card. Okay. So because of our BU, okay. So we have chosen a US1 BU1. Okay. Because of our BU we have linked with US1 legal entity. Okay. That's the reason it's like it's showing a legal entity as a US1 legal entity because we have defaulted to US1 legal entity. Okay. So I'm making as Makesh 1. Okay. I'm paying as 100 rupees. See, I told you, right? Standard prepayment, debit memo, credit memo, withholding tax. This is not for tax. Let me explain the debit memo and withholding tax in the later class. Okay. I'm creating a standard normal invoice. It's not a credit memo or debit memo. Okay. So I'm doing some of the service. Okay. If I'm doing one of the service to you, the sweep and all I told you, right? I'm doing the service, just I'm paying it. Okay. For that invoice, this is for a non-PO invoice. PO invoice in the sense we are getting something for the PO. Okay, we are receiving the goods for the PO. We are paying it. That is a PO invoice. Whatever we are creating is a non-PO invoice. Non-purchase order invoices we are creating. Okay, this and all will create it for a service based. I am giving some service to you. Okay, okay, for that service you are paying it. This is called as a non-PO invoices. If it is a PO invoices, you have to give the PO here, the purchase order number here. If you are giving a purchase order, automatically this field and all will default it. Last classes we seen it, right? So description also I am giving as a MA1. Okay. So net 30. That means 30 days later also I can pay it, right? So the as per the invoice date is said 12. Let me create with the net 30 itself. Okay. We'll see what is the difference exactly. So let me save the header. Okay, and after the header, so we have to check in create a line level. Okay, so distribution either you can click on the help man. So I have removed it, right? You are able to see the difference, right? So I am just clicking on the show help. You are able to see the question mark here, right? That means it will show you the help, what exactly it is. Okay. Unhighlight flex field. Here it's showing it, right, in the down.
Yes.
Now it is not there because someone clicked it. You did it or what?
No, sir.
So there are two ways. Okay. So 100 rupees I'm giving in the header level. So it's like a line level also the amount should match. Okay. If I'm giving as a 1,000 rupees. Okay. In header I'm giving one amount. In the line I'm giving one more amount. Okay. So there is a mismatch between the header and line. Okay. So we'll see what it will happen. So either you can do the distribution combination from here, or you can do it from the set itself. Okay. So I'm choosing some set utilities. Default set I'm giving it. Okay. So if you are coming down, here it's showing as a warning symbol. That means header is some amount is there. In the line we have some other amount. Let us validate now. We check. Let me save the invoice. It is in save status. Let me try to validate it. See, it's showing as a need revalidation. That means there is some error is there. Okay. So if you are coming down, it's showing us this error. Amount, okay, out of balance amount. So here we can see one more thing is for manage holds. So do you know what is mean by hold? Holding something. That means I'm creating an invoice. Okay, there is some error in my system. It's not allowing. It will not allow you to go further. First, you have to release the hold. Then only it will allow you to validate your invoice. Okay. Let us check what is the manage hold. What are the things we have? See, there is a hold we have here. The invoice line amount does not equal to the invoice amount. Okay. Let me try to give and validate it. It will not allow you to do it. It will show that first you can go and correct boss. You cannot manually. You cannot release this one. If it is any manual release hold, if it is any manual release, with the warning symbol you can release it. So, but this is a mandatory header amount and line amount should match. Okay, that's the reason it's not allowing you to going further. I'm giving us 1,000 rupees now. Okay, sorry, now 1,095. With the tax is a 95 rupees, so it's 1,095 rupees. Okay, I'm giving us 1,095. Here the checkbox is green. Okay, now I'm click on the save. I'm going to click on validate. Let us check what is happening is. See, it got validated. Right. So it's a green mark here. It got validated. That means it's like no error in the invoice level. once you are validated, okay, you cannot delete the invoice. I'm trying to delete the invoice, it's throwing an error. Okay, before validating, that means if you are saving the invoice, you can delete the invoices. After validating, you cannot. Okay, there is no option to delete the invoice, but you can cancel the invoice. Okay, so I have done with validation. What is the next step? After the invoice, what is the step? What is the step, boss? After validating the invoice, what is the step?
7.
After the invoice, what is the option?
Payment.
I need to got the invoice, I need to pay it, right? Okay, so before that, I have created invoice. So my system should know, my general ledger know about I have created invoice. For that, what you are doing is, so here if you are checking here, there is a post ledger. So I am posting my transaction to my ledger. That means I have created invoice, I am posting to my general ledger, general account. If you are checking the view account, so this and all I have posted there. Posted to my general ledger. Okay, so if you want to check it here, go here and go and check for the tools, under tools. So we check, is there any concurrent programs? It's like, is there any job is triggered because of this posting? Because I have accounted, right? If you're checking here, see, I'm able to see one of the journal which is created in the general ledger level, account level. Okay, we'll check what it is. I told you, right? Whatever you are doing it here, we have to post it to our general. Okay, so for this invoice also, it will posted to your general ledger. So I have posted, right? Let me check what exactly the posting. So it will go. So what is the period? It's a amount is 95. It is from advanced card. Net 30, showing as a net 30, right? It is close and will come back. So it is a MA one, right? So let us check for the manage invoices. Manage invoice. What is the invoice number? Is MA1. Okay. Click on OK. So if you are saying it, we didn't pay it. Okay. That's the reason showing as an unpaid amount. Approval is not required. It's validated status. It's a standard invoice. Okay. If you want to the post to the general, you just click on the post to ledger. Account in the draft in the sense. Okay. We are done with it. We are putting in the draft mode. We are not importing to the general ledger. We are putting into the draft. Okay. If it is a post to general mix, we are importing to the general ledger account. Okay. We'll check what the program is figured for it. If you are checking here, it got posted, right? This program. Check what exactly the value is. Okay. If you are checking here, you are coming down. See, there is a import it happened. We maximize it. Okay. So one of the status is showing as a success. Okay. So if you are checking here, this is my journal batch name. Okay. Let me go and query it in journal. So which screen I have to go for checking the journal entries? Which screen I have to go and check journals?
Journal.
Tell me the navigation, man. Where I have to go? Under payables? Okay. Under the journal accounting, then? Journals. So under journal, I want to check my journal details, which is posted from my payables. So what is the source for here for the general account, which we created a general enter manually, showing as a manual. If you are loading through spreadsheet, the source is stored as a spreadsheet. Now we are loading our journal entries from account payables to general ledger. So what is the source for that, for this particular journal. Tell me the source. So we are. Tell me the source, man. What is the source?
Table.
Sure.
Upon journal seeing table.
Whatever you said is correct.
Upon
That's right. Whatever you said is correct. Copy the journal or journal batch. My journal is not there. It's there. See, I'm able to see the amount also 109. Okay. Did I post it?
yes.
So the posted symbol is showing as a posted. Okay. You're checking the source, which is showing as payables. Okay. These are all the breakups within the account. Okay. So here I cannot edit it. Why? Any reason? We given us a freeze somewhere where we have seen that freeze. Freezing the journals. Which setup we did it? Any idea? Some of the setups for the particular source, okay, I make it as a freeze the journal. I don't want to edit it because it's importing from my subledger to the general ledger. Okay, so I don't want to edit it. That's the reason I given as a freeze. Freeze.
Stop.
Freezer. They have seen, right?
Stop.
It will not allow you to edit it.
Anyone?
Journal, anyone. Where I have seen it. Tell me, boss. We have did this setup.
Yes.
But you forgot it. Right. So if you are coming here, so what is our source name?
Tables.
Here we have, right?
Yes, sir.
Freeze journals. That means freeze is yes. Will not allow you to edit it. Whatever is coming from there will not allow you to edit it. Okay. So if you are checking for the manual, when we create a manual without posting, it will allow us to change it. Okay. Whatever the data is coming from some other system to my system. So if we change it, it will not reflect in my where I am getting the data, right? That's the reason we are giving as a freeze journal as yes.
The manual means we are posting in Excel or something. Doing same application.
Manually means manually we are entering it, right? This payable source is a payable. Payable inside from payable system, I am getting the journals. If I'm editing here in general ledger, so how the payable system know? They have to edit it if there is any correction. That's why I told you, right? If any credit memo or anything I am applying to that invoice, it has to come from my payable side. Okay, I cannot simply edit in my ledger itself. Okay, that will be a mismatch, right? If I edited here, that's the reason they will freeze it. They will say that, boss, this and all records is coming from payables or receivables. You don't have access to edit it. If I am editing here, what is the use of importing from there? Manually, I can enter edit here, right? There is a manual work. So instead of editing it, so I'm just freezing my journal. It's saying that no one can edit it because the record and all is coming from account payables and account receivables subledger. Okay, that's the reason I don't want to delete it. I don't want to make any changes. Got it? That setup will be there in manage journal source. We have seen it, right? The freeze journal is yes for my account payables. Got it? Any doubt? Okay, fine. So one more thing, what we have diverted from some other place. It's fine. Okay. So let me create one more invoice. Okay. Then I will show you whether it is allowed me to delete or not. Let me check for the Manage invoice. To the manage invoice. What is our invoice number name? MA1. So I'm just clicking on it. Okay. So still I didn't pay this invoice. Okay. So click on the edit symbol. I'm going there. So if you are checking here, I'm able to cancel the invoice. Do you want to cancel it? Yes. I have cancelled it. After cancelling it, the amount is showing as a 0. Right?
Yes.
You cannot delete the invoice after validate mode. Okay, but still you have an option to cancel the invoice. After cancelling, previously what is the amount here?
When we are not cancelling it, after 1 or 2 hours, you cancel it.
No, you can cancel at any time.
Just now you told me sometimes
You cannot delete it. Once you save the invoice, if you delete it, it allows you to delete. Okay. After validating it, okay, if you are trying to delete the invoice, it will not allow you to delete. Let me show you in the example. Okay. So I have cancelled it. So if you are checking here, I didn't made any payments here, right? So there is no payment at all. After cancelling, it will show up to the amount as 0. It will nullify it. Okay. So clear with it. For the cancelling transaction also, you can transfer to the general ledger. Okay. Let me create one more invoice for you for deleting option. Okay. I am going to create an invoice. So what is the business unit hours? US1, advanced car, supplier name. So I'm creating it with the MA1. Okay. I am giving 100 rupees. Description, giving something. Same net 30 I am giving it. Okay. See here it's showing as a 0 because the line level I didn't enter anything. That's the reason it's showing as a 0. Okay. I am creating for some expense. Here also I am giving as 100 rupees. They come and check. So 100 rupees, which is matching. So now I just saved it. I didn't validated my invoice. Invoice number already there. Sorry. So because MA1 we already created, right? Even though we have deleted, we have cancelled the invoice. Okay. Still that MA1 it is there in the system with the $0 amount. So that's the reason it's not allowing you to create with the same name. I'm creating with MA2 now. Okay. So just I'm clicking on save. I didn't validate it. See if you are checking here, it's a not validated status. Let us check for delete the invoice. Do you want to continue? I'm just clicking on S. It got deleted. It got deleted from my system itself. Okay, let us check. So manage invoice. Let me query with MA. Search.
So you're not able to get back
No, deleted you cannot get it, right? How you will get the deleted one?
in system, if you are, I mean, that's when something is there. Some recycle value is there in our system. If you are deleting also some files is stored in recycle. That's why
I am deleting it. I don't want this record. That's the reason I am deleting it. Then why I will save the invoice somewhere? It will be there. If you are asking Oracle, they will provide you. Okay. So because we are not maintaining a database, right? Database with Oracle. So I am just creating one more invoice. Okay. So let us check US1. Okay. What is the supplier name? The same supplier name I am giving the sorry man. It should be advanced. Come on. Advanced car. Okay. So which invoice I have deleted? MA2, right? I'm giving a MA2. It will give error, right?
Yes.
Why it will give error?
Yes, previously.
Because I have deleted it. So the same name I can use it again. Previous invoice MA1 I have cancelled it. So still it is there in my table. So if I create with the same name, it will give error. So MA2 I have created it, then I have deleted it, right? So it is not there in my system. So I can create with the same name. That's the reason it's not throwing any error.
But not validated is showing.
I didn't validate it, right? Just now I'm trying to enter all the details. After entering all the details only you can validate it. That means my invoice is ready, boss. You go and validate it. Validate mode is nothing but it will show if any error is there, it will show. But this is the error. You have to correct it before moving to amount value. We didn't get it right. This is showing an error. So 100 rupees, 100 rupees. I'm just clicking on save. Okay. So now what I'm doing is just I'm clicking on validate mode. Just I'm validating it. I'm not posting anything now from here. Okay. So just I have validated my invoice. Let's just click on save and close. Now I want to account this one. Okay. That means posting to the general ledger. Previously we did the posting to the general ledger, right? You are checking for my invoice. So MRT which I have created, right?
Yes.
So here it's showing as a where is account field? It's not there. So here we didn't apply any prepayment to this system, right? That's the reason the prepayment amount is showing as 0. Need revalidation now. Oh my God, what we did, man. MA2 is ours only, right? Oh, because of tax, I got 9 rupees. If you are paying a tax, then it will be 109.50 rupees. So 109.50, I have to make the adjustment in my header level. Then only it will allow me to validate again. Let me validate it one more time. So now it's showing as a validate. Let me close it now.
Sir, automatically update to any tax from any government. What we have India, US, GBP.
Those and all we are defining in the general ledger level, right?
Yes.
The supplier level we define which tax this guy. If it is a US tax, is this guy for 1099? Is this guy for Indian tax? Those things and all we are defining the supplier level itself. Okay. Then we are choosing that our business unit and the general ledger in the header level, right? So for that, whatever is applicable for that ledger, that tax will apply to these invoices. Then creating in Indian business unit, our Indian tax will apply to the suppliers. Okay. So I'm going with MA2, right? Let me check for the MA2. So if everything is there, okay. Here it's showing as an unaccount. That means I didn't post it to the general ledger. Last time I have posted to the general ledger, right? So for this, just click on the post to the ledger, it will post to the general ledger. Now I didn't post it here. So if I'm creating 100 or thousands of invoices, so each time I cannot enter for each invoice and I cannot post it, right? That's the reason Oracle giving for the create accounting. That means accounting automatically will the bunch of the record. Okay, the parameter is that this is only the parameter which ledger you want to, which application it is from. It's from which application? From payable to general ledger we are paying it. So I'm choosing a payables. So which ledger we are using it?
General
ledger. Ledger. US on ledger which we are using it, right? So US primary ledger which we are working on it, right? So the payable category is invoice or payment. We made only the invoice, right? But that invoice I'm posting to the ledger. If you want to both, just click on the null. So if I created any invoice, if you made any payment to the null, all the things it will post it to the general ledger. Okay. Now just I'm making as an invoice. Okay. So the end date. So till today, so here the date is mandatory. Okay, so if you are making as a 1st December, whatever may be the beginning date, I am not care about, boss. Till 1st December, whatever the invoice is there, just post to the general ledger. That is the use of this EA date. Okay, so accounting method I am making as a final. That means if I make it as a final, then only it will be saved in the general ledger. It will import to the general ledger. I told you, right? While posting it, there is a 2 option. One is a post to general ledger, and another one is a draft. Right. So the same reason we have. If it is a final, we are posting to the general ledger. Okay. So whether you want the report is in the detailed mode or report in the summary mode. Here you can post manually. Okay. Or you can post after reaching there. You can post it. I'm making as a N. And that means manually I have to go and post that. Normally they will give it as a yes. Automatically importing it, they will post it. Okay, for our testing purpose, I will make it as a N. Okay, here for this report, I am making as N this one. Included user transaction identification, yes. Okay, when you are running it, you have to make it as a N, and you want to tell me what is the difference exactly. Okay, I have clicked on yes. When you creating an invoice after running this program, you choose as N. Okay, this is last option. You can make it as either plus or you can make it as a yes or no. Okay, you can create a 2 different report and compare the report and tell me what is you are able to see the difference in the report output. Okay, so I'm clicking on yes. Just I'm clicking on. Let me, if you want to create as a batch, MA batch MA. I have created with this name. Okay, just I'm clicking on submitting the program. Now it got submitted. Instead of going with the single invoices, okay, the bunch of invoices I'm posting to my general ledger. That is the use of this create account. Okay, click on I have submitted. Click on the cancel. So just where you have to go and check. Normally where you will go and check for that programs.
So single journal, where it will
right. Single channel I told you, right? From this screen you can, they say this screen, so post to ledger. Here it is there, right? Option. I have posted it, right? Once I did with the single invoice, the multiple invoice, just we have ran it. If there is a multiple in 100 or 200 invoices, till the date, the date is a parameter, right? Till the date it will take it. See, the program got triggered it. Still the program is running. See, everything is the create accounting only we have ran it, right?
Yes.
So that is triggered all the sub programs. Let me check for the child what is there exactly is within it. Okay. We'll try to download it. So this is the latest one, and this is the latest one. Right. So it got posted. See, this is my batch name, showing my batch name, right?
Yes.
MA batch MA only I have created, right? So how much amount each posting is? 206. Let me check it in GL once. Okay, once the program is completed, let us check it. Before that, let us try to still the execution report is running. Okay, what is the use of the trial balance?
Before posting,
Trial is there will be a credit and debit will be there, right? The balance is trial balance report. Okay. So once this program is completed, let me show you the thing. So this is completed. Just click on OK. So let us check for the republish. Either you can republish it or you can just click on this default document. It will open the document. Okay. If you are coming here, this is not good. Let me click here. Let me click one more time here. Let me republish it. Okay. Here it will show the report. If you want to download it, Action, you want to export it, export to PDF, you can click on the PDF. Okay, report got completed. Let us open my PDF. What is our invoice?
Yes.
MA2 only we have created, right? See, you are able to see the MA2. That means it got posted to your general ledger. If you are coming here, you are able to see this many things, right? I have made it as a yes, right? One parameter I told you, right? You are able to see the transaction number even at the end of the program. I showed you yes, right? User transaction, right? I make it as a yes. That's the reason I'm able to see all the details. While you are running, right? That I make it as a no. The create accounting program, make it as a no and try to find out what is the difference exactly. Okay, got it? So this many things it got posted to my general ledger. Okay, so while applying the program, what I did, I didn't post it my general ledger, right? I make it as a no, as a no, right? So let us check whether what is the status exactly for that journals. What is the batch name of my journal? What is the batch name? While running the program, I given as a batch name, right? What is the batch name? Correct only. Tell me, man. MA batch, MA only I given it, right? I'm just checking whether my batch is there or not. My batch is there, boss. Okay. So click on my batch. See, it got posted, right? But even though it's not posted, you are not able to edit it here, right? In the previous, if you are creating a manual entry, you can edit it without before posting it. Here, even though I didn't post it, I am not able to edit it because in the manage source, the payable manage source, I click on the freeze journal. I don't want to edit it. Okay, that's the reason. These things I want to show to you before posting how it look like. That's the reason I didn't post it. If you want to post it, just click on the post. It will post it. Okay. Now I have accounted from my payable invoices to the general ledger, right? Let us check here what is the status of my invoice. Okay. What is the invoice? Under the manage invoice, my invoice name is MA2, right? If you are checking here, only I didn't pay it, right? It's showing as a accounted. That means I have posted my journals to my general ledger. That's a previously it's showing as an account, now it's showing as an accounted. You're clear with it, right?
Yes.
We have done with creating an invoice and posting to the general ledger. Okay. In the next class, we will check for how we can make a payment for the invoice. Okay. So, do you have any doubt still now?
Yes.